it's looping.
Oh, we can double up on the audio there, so we can keep hearing. That's a good plan.
Yeah, I think that people would go for that.
I don't know how much it adds. I don't know how much it adds here.
It's a new experience.
Right.
You need to distinguish yourself from the other streamers.
Which is why I put absolutely nothing else on the screen. I've just got a game. That's it.
Yeah, well, you have your toolbar at the bottom, so people know what apps you have and use.
Oh, that's not visible on the stream.
Oh, okay. Only I can see that.
Yeah, only you get. That's the additional information you get for.
I like that you have paint pinned to your toolbar.
You'd be surprised.
You are just ready to go, and anytime you need MS Paint.
Well, it's above Chrome, like, right there.
Yeah. Have you been playing the cube?
Yes. So I played a pair of them on Saturday. I had a cube that was a very heavy artifact based deck with a little bit too few card draw options, which caused it to falter in key moments. And then I had just a Grixis control deck. Basically every good sort of removal interactive piece on 3 colors, with red being more the splash. That one went undefeated, and the artifact one went 1 and 2.
Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of card selection in those artifact decks.
Yeah.
They're busted, but sometimes you only have mana.
Right, and there was a game specifically where it was let's resolve upheaval, replay our land, replay Thought Vessel, replay Firemind Vessel, go. Next turn, play out a couple, War and Power Stone, a couple other things. And alright, by turn 3, I'm set up with 8 mana. What do I do? Pass. Okay, great. Good upheaval.
I do love upheaval Thought Vessel combo.
That one's real nice. Hold 11 cards.
Yeah. You're probably totally fine if you have to discard, but you don't have to discard.
No. So, alright, I see a number of people are here. Hello, everybody. Going to be doing the Grixis Cube tonight, and I've also got Brian Overturf on the horn, who
hello
made this cube.
I did do that thing.
Yeah, and also does a lot of other cool stuff. You might have seen him on at the SCG Dallas coverage. On the deck tech I saw on and all that jazz.
I did do that thing too.
Yeah, Ryan does a lot of things. so yeah, let's jump in on a draft here and see what we can find.
I got a nice one in the chamber. I'm 2-0 with the deck I drafted on Thursday. That is just Grixis Kess, Kess Dissonant Mage.
Yes.
I won game 1 of round 1 in a mid-range mirror with no cards in my deck. My last draw step was Muldrifter.
Perfect.
It was incredible.
All right. So yeah, let's jump right on in. So for those unfamiliar with the Grixis Cube, it is exactly what it says on the tin. There are only cards of the Grixis colors and artifacts in the cube.
On the Cube Tutor page, my description is, this is my Grixis Cube. It has Grixis cards.
Yes. So looking at here, you can see a lot of different plans immediately, just represented in here. Reanimate Goblin Welder, represent 2 axes of play. Burning of Jingyi with the artifact mana, another. What are you? I'm trying to think what I like in this here.
What's the 15th card?
A Vault of Whispers.
Oh yeah, give me that.
Better than Seed of the Synoid right there.
My 2 favorite cards in this pack are Venser and the Talisman. I think that those most consistently go in decks that are good and can take multiple directions.
Sure.
I don't hate shoving on Reanimator or Welder, but these two are like very safe.
Yeah, the Reanimator was one I thought about. I like the Venser actually for being the Talisman of Creativity is the same, where it goes in a lot of decks. Emrakul big. That's something we could pick up and try to commit on this early. Otherwise, things that would share a deck that would be fine with, or things that are powerful here. I actually really like Eldest Reborn.
Okay.
We could not have lost 15 life. We cannot reanimate Emrakul. That's not a possible line of play.
Quicken is in the queue.
Ooh, okay.
So it is a possible line of play.
That is a possible line of play. Okay. Well, but yeah, picking up the Talisman wouldn't be bad. Picking up some of the black in here wouldn't be bad either. Compulsive Research is fine. Can we...
So here's the approach I'm going to take to this draft. I want to observe you doing your thing. You know? I have a lot of confidence in you as a player. You're someone with opinions that I'm interested in and respect. If you're between some things, I'd be happy to offer some insight.
Perfect.
So, I'm going to be a fly on a wall here.
All right. That sounds good. I'm looking at the Emrakul, thinking there's a lot of upside to having this. We could right now this pack doesn't offer any of that. You know, there's nothing in here. However, this pack offers a lot of the most powerful cards I like. I see Glenelander Archmage. I see Dak. And Dak in this cube strikes me as incredible.
This pack is so much better than the one that you opened.
Yeah, like this is a pack, like in here, it's like I want Glenelendra. Vendilion Click is great. Mana Leak's fine to have if we're in blue. For Charcoal Diamond does its thing just fine. Scalding Tarn is strong fixing. I'm gonna rely on Dak here because I think like a lot of decks in this cube have an artifact base, and then there's Kess. I
want to know what was first picked out of that pack. Yeah, Dak Bait is something I take over almost everything.
Yeah, Dak, like, again, like, just from the limited play I've had, outside of, like, mono red, every deck has something to steal, and also this plus is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yes, Brain Freeze was in the cube. I see Jace here, I see Kess, Agent of Treachery, yeah.
The cube needed to be 540 cards. I put that one in because I do like the dimension it adds to the recurring Nightmare deck.
True. All right, I'm gonna keep with the sort of what Dak has going. Kess is powerful as well, but I like. This might have been something where I wanted to actually pick up that Reanimate pick 1. Because I've got a lot of looting already that makes that strong, which does make Treasure Cruise real.
Sure. There's a lot of that stuff in the cube, too. So if you decide to be Reanimator, there'll be more effects like that.
Yeah. Maybe we can find ourselves a Shallow Grave. We saw Makeshift Mannequin go by, but... Yeah, so you had to up this to 540?
Yeah, did you draft the cons cube that Elliot Raft had on Magic Online?
Yes.
So that cube, I believe, was 495 cards. And what had happened was some multiples would show up in the draft. For some reason, if the cube is less than that, there's a collation error with it.
Okay, that's where those... I remember the multiples showing up. I, like, played that cube and saw... a couple doubles happen, and I was like, that's really strange. Why is this occurring? But that explains it. Yeah, the swords are all, like, quite powerful for having protection from 2/3 of the cube. I don't see us being a deck that is going to have a creature to be attacking with other than, like, Jace at the moment.
Doesn't have Defender.
It's true.
You don't want to put a sword on Emrakul?
I mean, that's pretty strong. 17 damage. I'm looking for a couple of effects like Mind Stone here, though. I actually... Ooh. Thought Erasure. Temple of Deceit. Was looking for blue-red fixing, and I've seen a lot of blue-black fixing going by, which isn't... Well, one thing I've noticed playing through this, it's actually quite... Getting your fixing feels real easy when you only have 3 colors. Like, you don't see, like, damn, there's a Taiga when I'm blue-black, you know? 90% of the time, a fixing land is going to be usable to you. Actually, going with the opt. The thought erasure would be, ooh, Niv. There's that corpse dance. Ooh. And Shallow Grave. Crap. Alright, okay, alright. Yeah, no, they're right here. This is the actual worst place for these cards to all be. We're not going to be tabling anything here. At all. Like, it's not possible for us to be tabling any cards out of this, which is just tragic, because I really want that Niv. No, okay, I'm gonna ignore the Emma side of plans.
Sure. Yeah, like just shoving on it visit the card's dope.
Yeah, because like basically like my issue with the Emma side of like reanimation side would be that we've seen every card that could possibly reanimate it now. Like Shallowgrave, Corpse Dance, Mannequin have all passed. So we've kind of missed the window on that. Now, obviously, they're like sneak attack level things, but, well, they're still here. I actually really like Dark Dwellers and Burning. Burning, okay. Well, there's that Mannequin coming back around.
I hope we get Darksteel Citadel to go at this Burning.
Yes, because this is not sack 4 lands.
So many subtle combos.
We're not a deck that can make a huge advantage of City of Traders, nor Chandra. Walkie Bee. Okay, this is a pack I'm very happy to see back around. Keranos is very good in this. Vendilion Click. Ionize is a good counterspell. Undermine gets work done. Sure.
Yeah, Lantern's not bad.
Well, I see our deck has Niv Mizzet, and like there are going to be times where that's just not going to be castable. Mastazah, thank you for the sub, and also thank you MC Subtle for the sub as well. Alright, so I see we have, we actually have a lot of these, like, creatures with interaction on them, with Venser, Vendilion Click, Niv Mizzet. So we're not, like, super based on instant or sorcery interaction at the moment. I feel like we want to find a little bit more mana ramp and a little bit more, like, small interactive pieces. Don't dislike Temple of Epiphany, or what's below the cut? Negate.
Yeah, this deck is like hurting for some non-basics, I think.
Yeah, I feel like Temple is kind of calling to me over a lot of what's in here. Pyroclasm is like almost sideboard at best from what I've played in this. At least on the line, I've only run into a couple decks where it's real enough. Kefnet's pretty nice if you're pretty heavy in instant and sorcery. Okay. Batterskull. Slaughter. Prismatic Lens. Ataxian Probe's always strong. I don't... the aggressive typing.
Sorry, I got an email I have to send.
No problem.
Hopefully that's not too loud for everybody. I assure you, I'm very engaged in this draft.
No, I don't like Drawn from Dreams here. Saheeli seems like our deck actually doesn't have enough that I want Saheeli to be doing for it to work. Batterskull's reasonable, but only reasonable, not great. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine.
What do you want games to look like with this deck?
So,
are you trying to mid-range people, or are you trying to cult them with haymakers?
I'm trying to mid-range, it looks like, with this. Like, the haymaker side would be more things like Niv Mizzet, but it looks like I'm just using... Like, my game plan is using bodies to do, like, decently interactive elements, and then use those bodies to kill my opponent. Things like Manic Vandal might be fine on that line. Because, like, you know, V-click at, you know, draw step style things. Yeah, that's a Sarkhan that makes dragons and becomes a dragon. There's...
Sarkhan was something that was like one of the later inclusions. I kind of wish that I put in some more stuff like Oath of Jace. So you could actually build like a Planeswalker deck, you know, not just a pile of Planeswalkers.
Right. I'm actually going to take this Manic Vandal because that's part of the idea I want here. Okay. Some nice blue in here. Leon Lang is actually pretty good for 3 mana. Plays defensively and makes good threats. Supreme Will would be giving us a little bit more actual interactive pieces. Steamkin isn't us. Unless things turn very heavily, like Steamkin doesn't look like our deck. Skull Clamp's obviously powerful, but not... Like, we don't have anything that's immediately taking advantage of it. Guardian Idol is just a mana rock to get me to better cards. Maybe it is more of like a things I want to be playing like on 4 to 6. Tidesbone Tyrant's too much. That's too big. Search is fine. Goblin Crater Maker I don't believe is what I'm looking for. Can destroy Emrakul. That's pretty nice though. Trinket Mage has no targets. Wheel. Actually like that wheel decently enough. We don't have anything that wants us to be, I guess, other than like Niv going.
I guess the wheel has some really good abilities.
Yeah.
You know, it sacrifices the each player draw 7 cards. 3.
Those are pretty good things to have.
Sometimes Centaur Courser is just good. I do like Search for Escanta a lot, though.
Yeah. I feel like for Search, I still need, like... It's tough. I want, like, these creatures that are able to play my disruptive role, but, like, things like Search and a lot of the blue-red wants me to be less on that, and more on, like, an instant and sorcery plan. That said, I actually like Everflowing Chalice a lot in this, here. Frenzy's not bad.
I'm like kind of between Chalice and the Slumguard's command, but you're probably not going to have good mana for command.
Yeah, that's the current issue, is I don't actually see us having good enough mana for that. Ooh, Dax Duplicate. Don't know that I've actually played with that card ever. Sunring Titan's pretty cool in this cube for a lot of the artifact interaction. Dethrone is whenever that attacks a player with the highest life total, put a 1/1 counter on it. Yeah. It's not unreasonable. I'm gonna go with the memory lapse here. Ooh, see, like, these are the kind of creatures I'm looking for, is Riftwing Cloudsgate. Also, that's a very powerful Chandra.
Oh yeah, that Chandra is great.
Yeah.
You also have like a good amount of rocks, so just 6 mana is super obtainable.
Yeah. Again, we're not getting anything back from this. It's fine. I feel like we are trending towards a deck that wants larger threats. Pyroclasm, Kozilek's Return. Kozilek's Return doesn't have any real interaction with us. It's 7 cost Eldrazi. Yeah, 7 cost Eldrazi. 7 plus Eldrazi. Kefnet. Don't really have a lot for Kefnet to be doing other than, like, playing Burning. Maybe that's fine. Maybe we'll find more things for Kefnet to be doing. Like Drawn from Dreams. I don't... This card feels...
You build your own dig through time.
Yeah, it's like Dig Through Time. Except, you know, you pay full for it.
I think that the card is actually interesting. I don't like it when cubes have similar cards where one is clearly a lot worse. However, I think that in cube, there's a lot of decks that have difficulty gassing up their graveyards or wants to maintain cards in graveyard, which makes this comparison actually interesting. One deck might want one would want the other.
Right. Okay. So a lot of cards I don't immediately plan on including. Don't like the mana base I currently have. I do like Remand. Right, a Flame below the cut. Like Remand, like Ancient Tomb. How much actually colorless mana do we have access to? We've got Mindstone, Idol, Chalice. Okay, so like Thought-Knot Seer would be hard to do reliably. Yeah, I think those are the 3 I'm looking at in here. Remand, Tomb, and Thought-Knot. Anything you think I'm just passing over too easily?
So what was the 15th card?
15th card is a Rite of Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the curve's pretty steep, but Future Sight's very powerful.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Our only red cards are at the top of our curve. I'm gonna pick Remand up for a little bit more something to do. Like, yeah, if I decided to just say play out like that Tempest Djinn, for instance. What would I be passing up if I was picking that? I'd be passing up Direfleet Daredevil, which is a card I like a lot in this. Titan always gets things done. Anger of the Gods. I don't think I'd pick Battlesphere over Inferno Titan. So when you added this up to 540, did you have to add any like other archetypes into this, or was it more just adding things to?
A lot of the non like RDW, like the non like Goblin Guide sort of creatures ended up being added. The token theme is kind of a thing with the Bushwhackers.
Okay.
One of the cards that stands out to me as a product of the 540 environment is Sling It Gang Lieutenant.
Yep, okay. That is one I've seen in here that's feels slightly out of place.
Yeah, it also is another card that gives you more stuff to do with Recurring Nightmare. Recurring Nightmare is a card that is a bit worse in an environment without green cards.
Yeah. And Grim Monolith lets us set up a lot of our top end easier, and Tamiyo is a little bit more of that. Charter Course is fine. 2 fetches and they don't immediately help us out. Pick up the Grim Monolith. Frosty, okay. Yeah, there's Sling Gang Lieutenant for y'all. And that Great Furnace. Yeah, I think this is the what you'd mentioned earlier. I feel like this is turning more towards just throwing haymakers. Which we have a decent amount of mana ramp to get up to these. Oh, now this is a pack I'm super happy about.
So these are good cards.
Yeah, these are cards I'm super excited to see. So Prismatic Vista is fixing that even works with like Tempest Jin, Preordained, Mana War, and Mole Drifter, all cards I'm incredibly happy to be including in a deck. Spell Pierce even's just fine. Don't think Electro Dominance is us. I'm gonna go with my gut, which is just play Mole Drifter. That's my gut.
Yeah. You can't go too wrong with Mole Drifter.
No, not really. Is it Signet?
It is.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah.
Is it too late to take Chains of Mephistopheles?
You know, Chains of Mephistopheles with Vendilion Click, that's a pretty good combo. They draw a card, and then we play Click, and then we put a card on the bottom, and then a lot of other tech starts happening, and... Or, wait, is Dak target player? Yeah, Dak's target player. I'm going to go with the Signet, though. I feel like that's actually an extremely good choice for this deck.
Oh, you want a castable spell. You're one of those.
Right? Ilharg. The Boar. Huh. We're not quite an Antiquities War deck. The key only really works with our Grim Monolith. Costs a little bit too heavy red for me. Pick up a Boar. I don't know if I'll actually play that, but we'll pick it. There's Sneak Attack. And Phantasmal Image, which is a card I have a lot of love for. What if at the end of the draft, our Emrakul comes back around, huh?
I love Ilharg.
Ilharg's real big.
Card's so sweet.
Yeah, okay, alright. Has Thought Not Seer gotten easier for us to cast? No. Not really.
All Is Dust is kind of a funny one in the cube. It certainly is way worse in league play than it is in single elimination queues.
I guess that's something that, like, I'm not, like, how that changes things, you know? Oh, hey. Alright. More Eldrazi, okay.
Yeah, like, you just kind of have to play leagues because you just get way more games in. It's way more efficient for that, but, like, I dislike playing as cards in my deck, and also... the all this does. The idea is that you're the player with all the artifacts.
And therefore, nobody else is going to be like as immune to it. But how it happens is, oh, sweet. I'll take Mana War here. Yeah. No, I'm actually going to take the Spell Pierce. Okay, we ended up with multiple Sweltering Sun style effects. That's fine.
Yeah, Sweltering Sun's cycles.
That's the better one because you can play it in your main deck and not feel bad.
Exactly.
Okay, so this ended up being quite heavy blue. Actually gonna, just for now, add that cool back. So yeah, this ended up being pretty heavy blue. Not a ton of, like, reach out and annoy our opponent level interaction, but we do have a lot of large interaction, as it were. We just have haymakers.
The best interaction is killing your opponent.
If they go to 0, you don't have to worry about interaction or like stopping their plans.
Yeah, that's one I picked up from you back when we used to play Commander. Remove the offending player from the game.
Indeed. Oh god, now I'm thinking about players casting Death Cloud in Commander.
I think that sneak attack is far and away the most powerful thing in this pool.
Yes.
But is it the most fun?
Also, yes.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I'm not cutting that Ilharg.
Yeah, I mean, no. See, I'm looking at, like, how we sort of optimize for that. So, like, we can, because we can sneak attack in Ilharg, and then Ilharg does sneak attacks a second friend in that doesn't die.
I mean, if you like Ilharging and it's bringing another creature, it's hard to imagine that game continuing.
True. Alright, so I'm gonna do this the opposite direction then. So we want... Let's start with kind of the cards that I see as, like, core to what we're doing. So think Jace Dak is a second side of things I think is worth keeping in.
Yeah, they're just card selection.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be there to help find and keep, like, make sneak attack worthwhile. On this, I think almost all of our mana ramp makes it in, if not all of it. So that's Monolith. Let me swap that over. So Everflowing Chalice, Lantern, Mindstone, Signet, Guardian Idol, Grim Monolith. All ways to get us to these big plays. And then what else do we have that we get to throw down? I think that's where our friends come in. We can't... The Titan as well. Alright, I think that's all of our... Endiv. There we go. So, like, this setup right here looks like our creatures that what we want to get into play. I don't think we want to be sneak attacking Niv, but everything else I'm fine sneak attacking.
I want to sneak attack this Jace.
Sneak attack Jace, flip Jace, like, that's Jace for 1 mana.
That's a combination.
Yes.
Just the combos keep coming.
Alright, then what else do I want to fill this out with? I think with more of the Like, this is definitely a deck that's going to want to be able to refill. This is definitely a deck that wants to use these, like, Remand, Memory Lapse, Spell Pierce. Keep our opponent off their toes. Give me that Mole Drifter. With Jason Dak, I feel like we can pretty cleanly get Treasure Cruise going.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can also just like cast it for 8
I mean,
with Grim Monolith.
it's true. And like, if we're just going to be sneak attacking our creatures, what else are we going to be using our mana for?
Saprison Scary is a nice ritual for Treasure Cruise.
I'm thinking that makes it in. Like,
I would play it.
We have so many of these like big plays that I want to be able to make, you know, turns early, and that heavily helps them out. I guess on this, like, how much of the... We don't have too much room left, so what's the weaknesses left within the deck that need to be sorted out?
I mean, I think that it's clear the game plan you're trying to execute. You have a couple different ways to do it, and some cards that can win otherwise, casting the Dim Mizzet or whatever. I think the only card in your sideboard I would definitely play is Opt.
Sure, I was looking at Opt and Search as my final two. I'm not... Like, Search doesn't have the greatest, like, things it's going to be able to grab.
Yeah. Search and Treasure Cruise also not really a combination.
No. Other than that, I could put in one of the, like, 6-mana Chandra, or even, like, Burning, something like that, where it's, ways to deal with an extant board. Sweltering Suns, I guess, would work that way, too, where it's just something I can cycle away if I don't need it.
I think if you want to play something that is like a removal effect, I would just play the Chandra. You have enough mana acceleration, and it just like wins the game sometimes.
Yeah, that seems real. And then I guess the other question is, are we good on 17?
It feels like it. Your curve's pretty high.
Yeah, on other, like, with this many mana rocks in other decks, like the artifact deck I ended up going down to 15 on, but this one so wants to be hitting these top end pieces that seems fine to have that many lands in here. And it's not as though we don't have ways to fix, hands where we draw too much.
Right.
Okay. The only thing I feel odd about is leaving the Ballista and the Walker both in the board. They both work horribly with the Boar and Sneak Attack, though, is part of that. They're fine with just Mana Ramp, Monolith, things like that, but... Alright.
Too bad that you have all these colorless rocks. Like, the Dim Mizzet seems like it's tough to cast.
Yeah, and like, Chromatic Lantern doesn't make the rocks tap for any color mana either. So, Grim Monolith, Guardian Idol, Mind Stone, Everflowing Chalice are gonna be... We'll get to Niv sooner or later, I'm sure.
Chromatic Lantern with the depletion lands, that's another combo.
Keep it around. Yeah, it doesn't die, and if I need to sack it, I can. Okay. Last thing I need to do is check on colors. This looks like 15. How bad is 10 and 5? That's a lot of red commitment on that side.
Yes, all the red cards are double red.
Yeah, every single red card other than Dak is double red. Just because getting lands is trivial doesn't mean me picking them is trivial.
Yeah. They're around, but you have to actually grab them.
Right, I need to have like picked the Shivan Reef when I saw that, you know?
That's not fun.
No. Alright. That's 7 red sources, 11 blue with the Signet and the Chromatic Lantern. It's really important that we have blue early to be able to just do our card selection and interactive pieces. And we need double red. I'm really sad that Magic Online doesn't have Sharpie technology. Like,
right.
If you're playing Manamorphose, it doesn't have like the cutoff on it.
Also, I don't like that Chromatic Lantern is going to prompt you to make green and white mana.
On every land, all my lands are going to be prompted at every moment to make the wrong color mana.
Something I did as a it's kind of a bit.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anybody else noticed or thought it was funny, but I would, when I was streaming last week, I would like tap some mana rock for white mana and get to like cast a spell, then untap all the lands and then tap it for black.
That's good. I noticed that. I thought that's great. You keep referencing Manamorphose and Sharpies. Am I missing a joke? I guess Ryan can tell you about the actual cube.
Yeah, so the cube has 2 hybrid cards that technically show non-Grixis mana symbols. However, the Figure of Destiny and the Manamorphose in the paper copy of the cube have all of those mana symbols sharpied off. This hand is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dak might make this one.
I was gonna say, like, with Dak, this could be anything. Like,
hey, you got Scryland too. I don't know.
Sure. We already have enough red, so I can throw down Island. Now the question is if I want to lead with Scary, if I want to turn to Dak. If I lead,
that's kind of neat.
Like, turn 2 Dak, a lot of my rocks are on 2 mana, so, like, on 3, I should be able to, like, just play a rock without using the Scary if I need to. Yeah. Let's get Dak down as quick as possible.
This is so aggressive.
I am...
God, I love it.
This is where my opponent gives me an extremely good target for Dak to steal. And
I hope so. I mean, there's not that many that they would cast on turn 1, but if they like Ancient Tomb Mana Rock, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
They did the opposite of Ancient Tomb Mana Rock.
Ah! Okay.
That is a beat.
Okay. Alright. Dak, help me out here.
Did I know that Trinisphere is good with the depletion lands? I suppose I didn't. Uh-oh. Do you mean like for casting Trinisphere or what?
Just getting it out?
I don't like our opponent.
Well, they're playing cards we're playing, so that's illegal.
Right. I mean, it could have been like Force Spike. We'll pretend it was Force Spike.
Oh my god, I can get to Niv on turn 5. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you even have all the red.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, Jace. I can't Force Spike Niv.
That is a fact. Can't Spell Pierce it, can't Flusterstorm it.
Yeah. Completely illegal.
I would not try to daze it.
Mm-mm. Cannot negate it in any way. Force or otherwise. Okay.
This Dreadship Reef is concerning.
Yeah. How do I like V-click? I don't care about the island itself at the moment. Because, like, I'm gonna be discarding the island. I'm not gonna be casting this V-click for, like, 3 turns.
Yeah, in that case, maybe you just don't want it. If it worked on the curve where you could like cast it the turn before Nib, that'd be one thing.
Alright, and then because I do have a lot of mono rocks, I'm gonna go for this right now. Like, there's a good, like, you know, 4 or 5 draws there that are immediately I can just play out and get going. Really hope my opponent doesn't, like, figure out that I'm dead to Thoughtseize. That'd be bad.
I don't know what kind of person just like has Thoughtseize in their hand and doesn't
play it,
cast
yeah. Just, they've been thinking about it. Okay, fine. They'd slam Thought Not Seer on 4 here off this Dreadship Reef. That would be, that'd be the business.
Yeah, the storage lands are weird in that you can remove the counters even when the land is tapped.
Yep. So they've got access to 5 here. Okay. Looks like they're using those counters for some sort of... Okay, so they want to make a 5 here. It's like Tamiyo, something on that level?
Hope they don't Tamiyo that land down.
Tamiyo my Jace.
Ooh. You can't Archmage Nifmiz it either.
Right, that's not legal. So that's a pretty good outcome. Archmage being in play isn't a great outcome, but you know. Alright, let's sack some lands. Can't be countered. The spell can't be countered.
Nope.
Alright, so the worst case is untap land, treachery, go.
That would not be good. I hope these do not.
Me too. Oh, alright. There's a third color, or maybe an actual want of the colorless mana. Huh.
Gyarados is good. I don't think it's as good as Niv.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. See? Look at this combo.
I forgot about this combo.
So next turn I can just kill Archmage.
Yeah, that won't be difficult.
Okay.
Well, they're tapped out right now. Can just resolve that.
Yeah. I think I want to... I still want to, like, have Jace loot to see if we find, like, a target to slam in.
Yeah, for sure.
And then... Yeah, so Jace, help me out.
Boo.
I don't actually care about any of these. Look, everything's fine here. We get to resolve sneak attack. And Jace gets to do nothing on the flip, right? Yeah, nothing. Okay. Okay. If I played Idle, I wouldn't be able to pay for sneak attack.
Yeah, our idle enters tapped.
Okay.
Don't just cast.
Yeah, cast for nothing.
They have cleaned up the UI on that card quite a bit. It used to be a lot worse. I definitely cast it just as a 0 mana do nothing the first time I had it in a cube deck.
All right. I guess we've got all the devotion.
Yeah, Keranos plus Nib, that's another combo.
Revealed Grim Monolith, okay.
Ooh.
Why didn't they block? I mean, like... They may have wanted to keep this up for one more turn, or, like, force me to ping it on my draw.
Yeah, I mean...
I will do.
Yeah, they just kind of lost 4 life. Yeah, possible they had something they were drawing to that kills Niv.
Yeah.
It's too bad this Jace can't flash anything back here. And there's no creatures to sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Niv is pretty good.
I'm still scared of the world where our opponent just slams Treachery down, like, because that gives them devotion to Keranos. Like,
oh yeah, the game just ends. I guess you can like peel Emrakul turn after. It's like not lethal. I like the no targets.
Alright, they got a swamp.
Alright, I think we can beat Swamp.
Yeah. Okay, there's Swamp. It happened. How many stone blanks are you holding?
Ooh, I would have activated Sneak Attack and Step.
Speaking of activating Sneak Attack.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Yeah. Let's activate Sneak Attack.
Smart.
I think this probably kills our opponent.
Well, I mean, if they don't do anything, it seems lethal from here.
Okay.
I don't really have a semblance of an idea of what they're trying to do.
4 cards in hand with like they passed on 10 mana. Like,
So the hand must have been full of 11s.
Or all red? Like, are they that far off of red for something? What do you do against Emrakul Sneak? You Cryptic tap their team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Cryptic Command answers everything. It's fine. Alright, wondering if I want to add any more card selection to this. Things like Drawn into Dreams actually sounds a little better now that we have something like Sneak Attack, and like we have these like high impact cards that we're looking to play.
Yeah, no, I dig the Draw from Dreams.
Yeah, on the things I don't want in here, Treasure Crew's still fine. All our big stuff is fine. Maybe that Memory Lapse, because that's just kind of more of a annoyance. Deck looks good when they've got a Grim Monolith for me to steal.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I might go with the Lapse out. Okay. So our Our very, very aggressive deck didn't quite work out the way we wanted, but
This hand looks more reasonable.
yeah, I'm here. Heck, it might let us turn 5 Niv again.
As long as you don't make any white mana.
Well, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Why would anybody do that?
Don't break the law. You'll be arrested by Vargas, L. Scott,
Yes.
Moto Cop.
Okay. The actual card that I'm most excited about in this hand is Vendilion Click. I want to know what my opponent's doing. Okay.
I wanted them to Thoughtseizer Click there. Thought Erasure.
No. Okay, they didn't choose green. Yeah, they're off snow. So, like, again, they must not be off red if they, you know, Cold Steel Hearted for blue. Okay, fine.
I'm not that concerned about this Archmage with our deck.
Yeah, like, the only thing it makes me think about is if I want to just play Lantern here. Or if I want to... Oh. Well... Dak would be steal their Cold Steel Heart, and then die to Glenalundra Archmage.
I don't know. I think that's fine.
Yeah, like that's Stone Rain plus... That's Monwoolvie Acid Moss, right?
For 3 mana.
For 3 mana.
Is it just does it better?
Yeah, clearly. And we gain 2 life.
Yeah. Acid Moss never did that.
We could plus Dak, but that wouldn't steal the land.
Yeah. Plusing Dak doesn't Stone Rain anybody. Should have put Annex in the cube.
So, you had to add a lot of things to make this into 540. Are there any cards that you added that, like, you've been kind of surprised or want to actually add back into the physical cube?
Yeah, so the original cube, I had eschewed any equipment because I think that the high volume of removal spells, the push where there's several just completely broken archetypes didn't make sense to me. I didn't think that there'd be many decks that would want to play sort of Fire and Ice. Or Umezawa's Chite, like they just don't seem very good. But there was a lot of excitement around sort of Fire and Ice, and people have been talking it up. Like I had a friend who like loves it, drafts it every time it shows up. When I had the cube bigger to test for this, and so I did change the cube. So now in the 360 card cube, I have Fire and Ice and the Black Sinew Steel.
Sinew Steel. So I played a bet there that they would think this is a, you know, bait for getting rid of their Archmage, when in fact it's basically the only card I want to resolve right now.
Nice.
So this lets me resolve a V-Click on the draw step.
Yeah, you have just like a good spread of things. You know, obviously Archmage can tag your Chandra, your Cruise, but like the Click and the Mold Drifter are both still really good.
Yeah.
Like the Archmage just doesn't line up great against you.
Okay, add blue or blue. Yes, the person with me is Ryan Overturf, the person who did make this cube on top of all the other things that Ryan's done.
This is true. Friend of the show, exactly right. No.
Yeah, you were on a stream 5 years ago. Oh god. Okay, here we go. What's our opponent doing?
What? Why did they not Pyroblast this? Oh, they don't have red mana, right? No, they do.
No, they do.
And they have like negate backup.
They have negate. They have. So they have Mystic Confluence. How did I win the last game?
Yeah, these are good cards.
Um,
Now I don't feel good about the game anymore.
no. So what do I want to get rid of here? Like, so Bolus. Getting rid of Bolus is their play on 4 here, right? Like their play this turn is just swamp Bolus, go.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Mystic Confluence is their most powerful card. Getting rid of, I don't care about Negate for the same reason. Like they already have like Glenelundra on the table. I don't like that Pyroblast though.
I think that if you take the Nicol Bolas, they just metamorph the Archmage, which is still a pretty powerful turn.
Sure.
And I think that the Confluence is just the most powerful card.
So you're thinking just get the Confluence now, or?
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I don't know if this game is winnable with any of these options.
I know, right?
If you have a better idea, I'm interested, but that's what I'm leaning at.
Yeah, I'm looking at like trying to get their Metamorph into play and then resolving Chandra past all this counter garbage. But Mystic Confluence, I feel like, is just way too dumb to let them have right now.
Yeah.
I know they
Mystic
don't.
Confluence is like definitely a card where
I can't believe they didn't get Pyroblasted.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, so here's the Bolus.
I read Mystic Confluence, and I was like, well, this is obviously, like, good. The floor is Jace's Ingenuity. Like, you could just put Jace's Ingenuity in the cube. Like, I still play Harmonize sometimes in Powered Cube. And then I actually cast it, and it's like, this card's actually unbeatable. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Counter target spell, bounce your threat, draw a card. Okay, that sounded real.
Something that's kind of amused me is I've seen more than one person saying, like, it's really unfortunate that True Name Nemesis is in the queue. You can't interact with that. And I'm just like, that card is so much less offensive than like 50 cards in the queue. I don't know how you can like be upset with True Name and just be jazzed when your opponent casts Grim Monolith. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Like, sweet. They didn't ask True Name and kill me in 7 turns. So this is an attack asking them to block with Nicol Bolas.
Yeah. Hooray.
Cool.
It's just resolving Chandra through negate. Like, this is absurd.
And not only that, but Chandra gets to live. Because, like...
Yep. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah. So, because I Chandra for -2, get rid of 1 Archmage side, and Chandra doesn't die on the crackback.
Yeah. You can cross the Nicol Bolas off of that little hand screen.
Well, it's dead now, so...
Yeah.
Alright. So, persist, which we'll just have to, like, sneak my treasure cruise through this again in a similar way or something, like...
Yeah. That treasure cruise has to be bait.
Right, well, okay. Like, again, that Pyroblast sucks to still know, because it's like, I want to, like, if I ever want to resolve, I don't know, Frost Titan...
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass.
It feels to me like the Muldrifter would get the Pyroblast, but could be wrong.
This is pay 2 life, so they can leave up Pirate Negate. Because, you know, they don't have enough negates yet.
It's a negate tribal.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The Twitch platform has friends?
Yes.
I just would not have guessed that. It does not sound like a feature I'm interested in using.
Also, yes. Yeah, well, let's just rip Niv Mizzet here. What do they do against... No, okay, if I play Niv, they just Pyroblast to kill it, which I draw a card off of. So that's not the worst. Okay. Alright. of the lands I have. That's kind of good. So Chandra. One thing I could try to do here would be like, God, there's no way they're gonna make that big of a mistake where like I treasure cruise, they negate it with the persist one, and then I minus it Chandra to kill both. Like that's not. Also, we can go with that. If I play Muldrifter, that's probably where the Red Elemental Blast gets used.
I like casting Muldrifter because it probably gets the blast and it's less powerful than your other cards, and it's still just very good if it resolves.
Yeah, if it does. All right, so I'm actually gonna use this temple first.
Don't think you want Guardian Idol.
No.
Unless you're trying to ramp to 15.
Yeah, one thing I wish I could do here would be resolve Frost Titan and tap their Sulphurous Springs. That would be really nice. Alright, let's make some mana.
Oh yeah, I like this 5 blue mana strategy.
Right. It makes it much harder to counter.
Yeah.
Yes!
Huh.
What a strange option to let that resolve.
Yeah, it's like a weird spot because countering it spends the blast, but like it resolving seems quite bad for them.
Especially because it even presents a reasonable creature on board to what they have.
I hope that they just Pyroblast to kill it.
God, I would love that. Because then I could just resolve Frost Titan. Like... Okay. Exile tokens.
Counterspells are definitely hard to play correctly.
Yeah.
But I have not been inspired by our opponent's play.
So, one thing I think is actually a pretty strong play, if they chose to do it in some manner, would actually be allowing their... I can't let them sack this Archmage.
Sure, yeah, because it becomes a Muldrifter.
Because it becomes a Muldrifter.
Unless you just block it with Muldrifter.
Right, and... Okay. So then Muldrifter's not in play. And also, if I want to get rid of both these Archmages now, I can just, Chandra minus.
I would expect them to make a Mana Rock here over the Archmage.
Especially holding Negate.
Yeah.
And they also seem to have, like, Chromatic Lantern's really, I was gonna say, Chromatic Lantern's, like, with how their deck seems to be, like, giving them full fixing.
Well, just like the Chandra's just on a table here. Like
it's right there. Right?
I just don't get it.
Okay.
Start by using the Chandra, I guess.
Yeah, let's just get rid of... Okay.
Yeah, I like leading on the chase here.
Like, the only visible thing I have to counter it is Pyroblast. I also think that means I'm not gonna do much of anything else here.
Yeah, I don't mind just hanging out. Seems like the way that their deck wins games is stuff like that Keranos that we saw, so they have some stuff they have to tap out for.
Right, and especially, like, they only have the one red source because they didn't take the Lantern, so if they ever do leave themselves down the red, Like, I can just Frost Titan. Okay, now they've got a second red, and a pretty decent one at that.
Decent is about the most accurate term to describe Lava Claw Reaches.
Decent, yeah. Like, it looks a lot better when you compare it to the other cycle of 5.
A strict upgrade to Urborg Volcano.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about like all 10 two-color creature lands. You're saying,
Yeah, like
I don't even like it better than the new. It's like just the worst one.
I think it, like, to me, it fits more in that cycle. Like, I think it's still, like, low power, but, like, I think it's better than a number of those, in my mind.
So, Hissing Quagmire is a little mopey, but, Death Touch
Yeah.
ain't bad. I
Yeah.
think Shambling Vent is quite good in decks that, if you're going to play those colors, you may as well be Shambling Venting. Like, people play red-black decks, and nobody plays Lava Claw Reaches.
True. God, do I just try to get this Frost Titan down now? Like, they've shown they don't know what Pyroblast is yet.
Yeah, whatever. It's the worst that could happen. What was my thought on the Rakdos mid-range deck of the latest SCG? I thought that deck seemed pretty cool. The power level, I think, is there. It's really a spiritual successor to Mardu, right? Had a lot of those elements. I think it was slightly rough around the edges, but a lot of what it was doing was very powerful. I'd have to see more games to determine how I feel about like the Hazoret stuff, but Seasoned Pyromancer is super good.
Okay.
Huh. Could not have destroyed the Jace with that, for Jace is legendary.
Yep. So they still have Negate up.
I actually, I don't know if do you know how to pronounce this, Jens? Is it Nich the Marin?
Nycthemeron.
Nycthemeron? What the hell is a Nycthemeron?
Like a Themeron, but Nick, I don't know.
Oh, that's a good explanation. I actually think that Jund is rancid right now. I think Jund got dramatically worse with the unbanning of Stoneforge Mystic.
Alright, I think... Well, we obviously keep Niv.
I don't know, Noam, how much have you played with or against Seasoned Pyromancer? Like, the effect is a little bit slow, but Modern slows down a lot when you ban Faithless Suiting. There's less free Black Lotuses laying around. So Seasoned Pyromancer just definitely started to match what the format's about a lot more, and it was already playable in the Faithless Suiting format. So yeah, I stand by so dang good.
We're going to try to resolve something that should very much get negated.
Yeah, I would probably negate this. All right, cool.
So our opponent's hand is red, sorry, not red elemental, Pyroblast.
I hope that they Pyroblast Niv-Mizzet, but like on the stack.
Finally, something that's worth countering.
I think that the best spots for Pyromancer now is like when you cast it when you're empty-handed, just like the draw 2.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, cool.
Pyroblast.
Finally, they pull the trigger on this. This is it. This is the spell that needs to be countered. It's a blue spell.
have been waiting.
Okay.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Getting dangerously close to making an Emerald.
Yeah. I don't know if Jace is actually going to be alive next turn.
Yeah, Lava Cloud reaches. You're right.
Yeah. This was finally it.
That was the plan. I really hope that this game ends with us casting 15 mana Emrakul.
We're getting dangerously close. Okay, they can activate reaches and pump it. Oh. Sweet. Anything that's not that is fine because it lets me treasure cruise on the next turn.
What if it's never to return?
I guess there'd be a choice for tapping out that much. All of a sudden, that everything else I'm doing looks so much worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you're a coward. I think you're gonna still treasure cruise.
I can still block warriors. This is fine.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, 9. Whatever. That cruise.
Yeah, you just need to like draw an Emrakul. Like both of them win.
Yeah. So I'm gonna delve because we can afford to pay for big Emrakul or 13 Emrakul if they show up.
Yeah. That graveyard doesn't matter. Hooray.
Okay.
Consecrated Sphinx is pretty brutal, though.
A little bit. So what's my actual mana?
I believe your land drop this turn is 13.
Okay, so I'm not actually on Emrakul until... I think that means I play the pig, then.
Yeah, I buy that. Big pig.
Yeah. Because... So yeah, 1, 2, 8, 9... Yeah, so 13 here.
Yeah, you get to leave up Remand, too.
Yeah, which is pretty good. Could be, at least.
Yeah. Presumably not actively bad. Don't want to give it too strong of an endorsement.
Well, look, it draws them 2 cards, too.
They're gonna run out.
They're gonna tap out for something, and it's gonna be like, oh, that's fine.
What if there's something as 13 mana Emrakul?
Instant creature artifact? No. Because that Emrakul costs 10.
Ooh, 10 is a lot.
They've got 9.
Nice. What if they like cast Rite of Flame?
Well, that would put a sorcery in their yard and make 2 mana.
Yeah, so they could leave up Hydroblast.
Yep. So you're attacking Jace here, right? No. No?
Just gonna throw it under the pig, I guess.
Resolves.
I guess Lava Cloud reaches plus Sphinx would block pig.
Sure.
I like killing them. I like a killing them strategy. Where's the pig card go at the end of turn? Back to hand?
Back to hand.
So there's just no cost to doing this?
Yeah. There's no cost to doing this.
Dece. Sure.
Nah.
I like that it just doesn't even do anything. This is necessary.
It is to kill them.
Well, doesn't Emrakul trample?
No. This one does not.
Oh. I guess I just haven't had many opportunities to jump block it.
Right? Flying, protection from colored spells, Annihilator 6. Hey, what up? I don't feel like I've learned enough about my opponent's deck.
Well, luckily he'll never have to see it again.
Right. Yeah, Baleful
Well,
Strix. That's the blocker.
Lost to time.
Yes, the other Emrakul does trample.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay. Well, that's pretty sweet. Venser was in our deck.
Big pig.
Big pig, big pig.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Alright.
I'll make good plays while you're gone.
Don't do anything too cool when I'm not around.
Okay.
I want to see the cool stuff.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I think I forgot to thank you, Bye Boy, for the sub when that happened. So, thank you for when that happened. All right. Into round 2 against Crewman Wilson. Yeah, this is a card away from being keepable. This one's fine. Yeah. Alright, I think we want to put... When are you gonna add cardfish to emotes? That I've been trying to make that look good for a while, like them around. I'm gonna put the mountain down. Ooh, good hideaway land. Sure. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna just discard the mountains here. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of the... We're just going to try to resolve it right now. Okay, well, good news, nothing cool's happened yet, but it's getting really close, so I'm starting to get worried that maybe Ryan is going to miss the cool stuff. That'd be bad. I'd be sad if Ryan were going to miss the cool stuff. Yeah, you can have a pack rat.
Did you do anything cool while I was gone?
Maybe.
I don't like that answer.
So, we've got cards.
This is an interesting battlefield that I have walked in on.
Uh-huh.
I wanted an Emrakul.
I know. So, like, I can slam down Pig Niv, attack for 11. Dex minus is getting an emblem that's whenever you cast a spell that targets permanents, steal them.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
I'm actually thinking of just going... Pig Niv won't mean that I lose the pack rat, because, like, I won't draw a card there. Like...
Oh, maybe you should have snuck in Niv and then Dax.
Yeah, to get some damage in, that's probably better. Well, the thing is, I wanted to try to find a better thing to sneak in.
I don't know, I get it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna...
I discard, like, Island Rock.
Then I could just wait a turn on this, like, play the Temple, play the Signet Pass.
Yeah, I don't think you have to do anything here.
Okay. So next turn we can DAC post. No, I went with the deck there first because I wanted to try to draw into, you know, the cool stuff. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Better not take our Emrakuls.
Yeah, that'd be sad. I need those.
Oh no, you're gonna turn on their Shelldock Isle next turn.
No, there were some missing cards. We're not quite there yet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, like, sneak in Ilharg, attack with Ilharg and Niv, then post-combat DAC.
Yeah, I dig that. Clean up that rat.
Yeah.
Sneak in Ilharg is just so perfect.
Right. And yeah, they can death touch Ilharg, but who cares?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an interesting block.
Yeah, I'll put that back there.
Those aren't good.
No, they're not.
Did you consider drawing good ones?
Thought about it, but I figured it wasn't too big of a need.
Appreciate it if you would consult me on matters like that.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. I'd already planned this line out when you were away, and I thought drawing the mountain was going to be helpful.
Yeah, that's a pitfall that a lot of players fall into.
Okay, so, here's the part where the pig's back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I just attack them for 11?
I do like to attack them for 11. There's some stuff they could have, but, like, it's not lose the game stuff. It's not like a decision matters here kind of thing.
Well, right, because also if, like, Niv goes into play, what are they if they start casting? Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I get to start drawing. And the
Please
pig...
cast a spell.
Sure. All right.
I disagree with this play.
Bounce them both. Go.
Disagree with this play.
Okay, they get their Shelldock Isle card now.
True.
All right, I'm gonna continue to just do this.
Boo.
All right. Don't care about that, and I honestly don't even want the monolith. Here's some triggers or something. Sure.
Yeah, those better resolve those. Don't want the game state to be handled improperly. I think that the worst thing like that you regularly see is prized amalgam. I don't know if you play Modern on Magic Online, but that one's a mess.
Oh, I do not, but that sounds fun.
Like if you have two, you know, they both trigger when you like Graveclaw or whatever, and then the end step, the first one comes back, and then triggers the other one to come back, and then the other one comes back.
Okay. We're just bouncing sneak attack.
Yeah, makes sense. Might have like a negate.
Yeah. Which... Do I just slam Niv then?
Let me do that.
Niv plus stack, kill their Riftling.
I'm glad that the thing under the Isle was just, you know, a not very good card.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely the island, right?
Yeah.
I guess there was some argument for maintaining island op, but that seems to be of pretty little consequence.
I don't think I want to give up the other cards I control just for that.
Yeah, you don't want to disgrace the pig.
Right. I mean...
You will recall that Ilharg is our god.
Right, it's literally right there.
Yes.
So... Alright, resolve Niv Mizzet. Sweet. Also, I have Dak on 8. Too bad our deck doesn't have anything to take advantage of that.
Is it just spells?
Yeah, it is spells that target, so Niv can't do it.
They just, like, needed to make that rancid, didn't they? I guess it is a 3-mana planeswalker, but
Right.
I just don't think I've ever seen the -6 happen.
Yeah. So treachery.
Don't do that. Dude, stop asking him to do that.
Stop it.
That would be bad, gents.
Yeah, but that's sort of what I do, is I name the worst thing that could possibly happen, because generally that's a horrible for them. That doesn't do anything.
It taps Niv Mizzet. Hello?
Okay. And then, like, I get to resolve sneak attack.
Uh-huh. But then what? Oh, Ilhargan Muldrifter?
Yeah, Ilhargan Muldrifter.
I'm so into this.
Ilharg. Uh-huh.
Big pig.
And then guess what Muldrifter gets to cast? That's right, it's Electrolyze.
Electrolyze is my favorite Muldrifter.
It's really good. Yep, trade with the pig, and then the pig goes right on back. Just gonna keep doing this. Keep that Emrakul.
Maintain Jace sneak attack combo. Actually, I think you could have killed them this turn. You haven't played a land, right?
Oh!
I guess you need a...
I would have needed one more spell off them, because I only have...
Well, the opt draws 2 cards. And then the Jace...
Oh! I forgot that this is both players. Okay. Then yeah, that's on me for not killing them there. Because in my mind, this is only when your opponent casts.
My assumption is this will be fine.
This is where everything... Opponent goes to 1, and then this is where they stabilize by...
Yeah, Saheeli, I think, might get us.
Yeah. I'm happy they're showing us more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Do we have anything on our sideboard for Ral Zarek?
No.
Could be a problem.
Yeah. So... Pay some life. Oh, come on. So what I'm learning is our opponent has an extremely, like, in-depth mana base. I
don't think I've ever heard anyone describe a deck as having an in-depth mana base.
I don't know what else to say about their deck.
I thought that your deck was really interesting. You played the correct number of cards. Very in-depth.
Also, I've learned they can't answer Niv.
Well, who can?
It's true. Okay, our answer to, like, Ral and Friends is, like, Spell Pierce. Ral and Saheeli are friends, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think we're concerned about anything the opponent showed us.
The only thing I'm concerned about is, like, Mystic Confluence is a card.
Yeah, that card's very good. They did not use the most awe-inspiring Mystic Confluence I have seen.
Let me get that Drawn Into Dreams back in here again. That's it. Alright. Oh, hey. It's a card they can't beat.
You'll love to see it. Got that Signet too. It's not even the colorless rock.
Yeah. It's the one that functions.
This is the ideologically perfect hand.
Yes. Sure.
Dreadship Reef.
And it's back.
This mana base is very in depth.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Sure.
They don't have any red.
No, they don't. But as you said before about how their mana base is, they should.
Oh yeah,
they'll get to it soon. Don't worry.
It's pretty in depth. This is a robust limited deck. Ooh.
I've always wanted to sound like a football color commentator.
I want to talk about draft decks like a used car salesman would. This deck has 14 cup holders.
What you got past this? Anything? Anything at all?
Oh wow. Mana base just gets in depther and in depther.
It keeps going.
Fit a lot of non. This baby can fit so many non-basic lands.
Okay. Well, there's not really any other choice on this turn.
I like it when you're forced to do a good thing.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, dang.
I guess I'd have to play Bull Drifter.
I believe this is it. Yeah, that's fine. Wonder... Like, I feel like the most annoying thing this can target is its signet.
I don't understand this comment. CRS Reverb says, fuck you, Innistrad. I don't even know what that could be referring to in this game, or how a person can have any animosity for that.
Oh, is that like a fuck you Baltimore sort of thing? Maybe it's a fuck you Baltimore.
Some kind of sports thing I don't get.
There's this really good commercial for Big Bill Hells we'll have to show you.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was a video. So, again, we know one of their 5 is sort of removal, which means I actually don't want to let Mole Drifter die right now.
Yeah.
You can have 2 damage.
Wish they would play another artifact.
Yeah. I guess I'm the fool for countering that lantern, but you know.
I don't know. I used to like Cloudscape it.
Okay.
Oh no, we got Stone Rain. and that's not an artifact.
And they tapped out for Dreadship Reef on their own turn.
Yeah, that has an instant speed ability.
Yeah. All right,
show me the video on stream. I don't know if you can do that. Like, I guess as long as you like play the game, I guess I could watch the video.
True.
I don't think you're supposed to like put anybody else's content on the screen.
Oh, I can treasure cruise here.
That's okay.
I like that.
If you're gonna do that, you just pitch both lands.
Because I'll probably draw into more.
Yeah.
Like 8 draws here. Yeah. Like, I have 3 draws here, another couple with Dak, because Dak can't die on... Well, I guess they could activate Creeping Tar Pit. But...
Whatever.
If that's their turn, is tap out to kill Dak.
Yeah, that's not concerning. We don't really have eggs in the Dak basket. It's just fine.
Yeah, and they have to use their Dreadship Reef counter to do that.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
What are your thoughts on the card Bubbling Muck?
I don't think I have thoughts of Bubbling Muck very often.
Oh, come on. Everyone's got a Bubbling Muck opinion. I want a Jen's Bubbling Muck hot take. I'll give you some context.
All right.
All right. So I'm considering adding Bubbling Muck to the cube because I just spent too much money on a Candelabra of Thanos. Now the concern is I'm not sure the extent to which there is a mono black deck that wants to play these cards. I want to cut those Mesmeric Fiend cards. I generally just have not been very impressed with them.
Okay.
And so I could try to flesh that archetype out a little bit. And the card that made me think it might work, I'm trying to get the name of it, is from the new Commander set. It's like Kirik. Here it is. Kirik, son of Yawgmoth.
Oh,
Rick.
Yeah.
Rick.
Okay. I now know.
I cannot say whatever this card is called.
Yes, I do know what.
I'm also intentionally saying it like an asshole, which doesn't help. But you know what the card is.
Yeah. So I can sneak attack Boar. I can.
What does that have to do with Bubbling Muck?
Oh, it has nothing to do with Bubbling Muck.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's just that I had asked you a question.
Right, and I gave you nothing on Bubbling Muck. So, why? Like, the only deck that would want that is literally mono black, as you said. Does the mono black deck play to super big turns like that?
I don't know. I could put in Necropotence too. The card's sweet. Give people something to complain about. I kind of wanted the Titan, but I guess it doesn't. This block doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. And then.
Yeah, no, there are some interesting implications with Urborg and Bubbling Muck.
Does it not say basic, or is it just swamp?
I'm pretty sure it's just swamp. Let me confirm.
Okay. So people are aware of the card we're talking about. Sorcery that makes swamps tap for double or +1. It's like high tide.
Yeah, so it's any swamp.
Okay. You would have to have a deck that wants to. Sure.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not that concerned about Steely D.
I think the game's over.
Yeah, I think they're dead.
Sneak in Frost Titan, sneak in Niv. This game's over.
Yeah. You love to end the game.
Yeah. So then we can talk more about Bubbling Muck.
Yeah, this will give us a great opportunity to get further insights from you about the card Bubbling Muck from Urza's Destiny.
Yeah. Well, like, again, the big thing to me is, like, is there a deck that would want it, right? Like, is there a deck where
So the deck doesn't have to already exist. The deck can be engineered from here.
Sure.
You know, you
So
don't just add the muck.
sure. So then that brings up the question, like, what deck wants it, right? Like, we want, like,
I think it's probably a deck that intends to control multiple swamps and would benefit from them tapping for an additional black mana.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's good that we've narrowed it down.
That's the baseline. Ooh, Cryptgas. Cryptgas is neat.
Gripcast is the extort one?
Yeah. It has extort, and I can just Sharpie out the white part of that, and then it plays.
Yeah. I guess if you have some sort of, like, mono black storm deck, you'd actually want Bubbling Muck. That'd be an odd, like, more like based on Tutor's Yogg's Will, like, you're like, God, I can't remember the Spell Mastery tutor name.
Dark Petition.
Dark Petition. More based on that. Sweet. Oh, we got a combo here, folks.
Oh, yeah. It is online.
Oh, I got a combo for turn 2. Oh. So the scary here comes into play with 2 depletion counters. Taps for double blue for removing a depletion counter, and will die if it removes the final counter. But okay, careful study. Okay, Mountain Crystal Vein. That's.
I assume that our opponent is trying to kill us with some bullshit.
There is some bullshit coming from the graveyard, indeed. That's what's gonna be happening. 3 colors. Thought Vessel, sure. Alright, I'm evoking a Muldrifter.
That makes me so sad.
I know.
Suppose having cards that do anything in your hand would be preferable to this situation.
Yeah, and these are cards that do something, so. You keep every thought in the Thought Vessel. It's got all these pointy bits.
It's what it's for.
Okay. So next turn is when the bullshit is going to occur, right?
That would be my assumption.
Alright. Well, which ones have I put in there?
Mountain, Chandra, Flamecaller,
Cruise.
Treasure Cruise, Remand Fencer.
Thinking deeply about some fish. You know?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep those fish thoughts in the vessel.
Yeah. Okay. So I could Chandra here, but that seems like a real easy way to lose the game next turn.
Yeah, we'd also have to give up our scary combo, which I'm not into.
Yeah. One thing I
like
do...
Cat Fencer Remand probably beats everything, right?
Right, and we would have to give up the scary to do that, but that's not the worst thing in the world if that's where we have to be, right?
Yeah.
This could probably hold some pineapples pretty well.
Yeah. It definitely looks like it could hold some pineapples.
Hold some bubbling muck.
Oh yeah, get some nice bubbling muck thoughts. Let's look inside the thought vessel, see what it can tell us about bubbling muck.
Okay. LED tells me that there's going to be a very good moment for us to interrupt.
Yeah.
Like. Uh-huh.
I assume this is Storm featuring Yawgmoth's Will, but
uh-huh.
That's not great for them.
Shit.
Ah,
Well, I just have to Chandra minus.
Yeah,
Fine,
yeah.
whatever.
kind of interested in waiting a turn to have Remand to go with that.
Take 8.
That might just be absurd, though.
See what we draw. I feel like we can afford 8 damage.
Yeah,
And like,
that's my thought.
drawing this actually makes me feel a lot better because we can now, like, do something reasonable to our opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna do that now here, but like I can end step, check their hand, see what we're working against. We don't need to. Abyss Hunted, I have a sweeper. I don't need to stem any bleeding. We'll be killing them all very quickly.
Yeah. Love to kill them all.
Yep. Okay, end step. Blue, blue, and a black for flavor.
Yeah, that seems appropriate.
So let's see what you're actually holding. Like, what am I fighting? Or what's your backup plan?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a spew on the click, but it's fine. Oh, weird.
Ooh.
More storm cards.
Hmm.
Alright, Magic the Gathering, Bubbling Muck decks.
Alright, I'm gonna just make it so their only card in hand's that Desire, I think. Because if I leave them with Petition, they petition for Desire and then just keep doing this. But...
I'm sorry, you took Petition there?
yes.
Okay, I kind of wanted to take the Storm spell because you can, like, fight over the other stuff a little bit better, but it is expensive.
Yeah, well, my thought is that, like the petition would just... They'd play Petition, crack LED, and then, like, like, all I have is Remand style effects, and that doesn't actually stop that.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna attack for 3 here.
Smart. Nothing gets past you. What are your thoughts on the card Dark Sphere?
I mean, well, it's spherical.
And dark. Those are... that's an in-depth review of the card's features.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever thought about Dark Sphere more than...
Okay, but you know what Dark Sphere does?
It's like half damage from a thing?
Oh, wow, that is impressive. It came up when I did a Google search for a Bubbling Muck deck.
Okay.
Halves the damage from Death Cloud, I think, is what it's doing. There's 4 Dark Spheres, so I don't really get it.
So I'm just gonna remand the copy.
Sure. So much for the combo.
Yeah. Well, that's the point of the combo, was to let us do this and then have it as a... So they get 1 Mind's Desire.
Emrakul. Seething Song.
Seething Song.
That's not what you want.
No. I think from here, Chandra kills our opponent, is the hope.
What if the last card is like Mosswell? It wasn't.
It was not.
This says Bubbling Muck standard deck. That doesn't make any sense.
Who's doing that?
Maybe it's just the name of the deck, like Solidarity.
Who knew? Okay, so if Bubbling Muck were the name of a combo deck, what would it be?
It would be Elves.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just Elsa's bubbling muck now.
I didn't want to draw 3 cards there because I wouldn't be able to leave Venser mana up. But now I can.
Our opponent should admit their fate.
Yeah.
There would be more dignity in it.
I feel like they're hoping to just top deck Yogg's Will, right? Like, that graveyard sure looks like one that could win with it.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. Alright. So, Storm, huh?
Yes. How do you feel about Sweltering Suns?
It's pretty good. Maybe that Manic Vandal? I feel like they probably use their things the turn they go off, but this is... Oh. What?
What?
Oh, I thought the thing came back up again. This is round 3.
We could call this draft deck bubbling muck. Is there anything bad in this deck? I want to 13 mana Emrakul them.
Yeah.
That sounds sick.
Especially against Storm.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. So I think Sweltering Suns and Vandal are the 2 I'm looking at. Vandal just for, like, knocking out things like Thought Vessel and trying to keep them off of resources. Memory Lapse is good, Remand's fine, Spell Pierce is fine. Jace and stuff gets us there. Yeah, the only things I would really care about cutting out would be, like, that 13 mana Emrakul, but...
No, I refuse.
That's too sweet. I ain't doing that. So, what do we cut? Anything? Nothing?
Submit 42.
I won't do that.
Oh.
I'd submit 41.
All right. Good compromise.
Also, I hope they oh boy. Well.
How fast did that hand get to 13?
Temple Opt. Like, bottom the Chandra. Which one actually wins quicker? I think Chandra actually wins quickest. Niv's kind of hilarious against them.
Ooh.
Let's try this and bottom.
I think the Frost Titan.
I think that's the worst one, because Chandra's the quickest kill, and Niv is the one that would be like, I get this down, and it's very hard for them to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think this keep is that, like, terribly risky. We're on the draw, we have a temple and an opt. Like, if I don't see a land in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
Yeah, like this hand is very likely to be functional.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily very likely to win, but it's very likely to be functional.
Right, and I worry about how finding something on 5 that looks a little better, though. I know with... Okay, that's like... Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's a good string so far.
Yeah, Yep, them's their signets.
There's signets in those hills.
Play the Jace. Hoping that they don't have a hand that can just go off from this position.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you're just winning with memory elapse if you wait. You really want the Jace.
Yeah. Like, if they go half off and do it Empty the Warrens or Holding Sweltering Suns, and we have a couple turns to find. Okay. That means they don't have a third land, because they would have done that for more. Okay. Jace. Sweet.
Dope.
Alright, what do we not want here now? Ilharg's looking like a fast win con as well. Maybe that means it's okay to throw Chandra out?
I was thinking about throwing out Sweltering Suns. Like, I get that it cycles, but...
Well, like, if they go off with, like, an empty, I'm a little annoyed at that, right? Like that's the card I need to have.
I suppose you're a ways off of casting the Chandra.
Yeah, I feel like I die before I get to Chandra in those instances.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, I don't hate pitching the Chandra.
Yeah, and then, like, I get to opt, and if they do something memory lapsable, I can do that. I don't know what the heck they would do that would be, like, immediately memory lapsable. Other than, like, the card I want to hit with that is, like, them doing tutors into Petition. Okay. Desire Swamp.
Disrespecting Mind's Desire. Ooh. This is spell number 2.
Yeah. Do I just let this happen and see what's the
I
fall?
think so, because, like, you beat Empty.
Yeah, I beat Empty, and if they actually go Will, they only have single black. Like, hell, I don't know how...
Ooh, that's dope.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
I really want to Mizzix's Mastery a cool ultimatum.
Is Mizzix's Mastery one of the 540 cards?
No.
Oh, it's okay. It's part of the...
That card's just sweet.
Excellent. Yeah, I like land right now.
Chalice doesn't feel great.
No. I'm thinking about, like... One thing I can do here is I can go, like... Chalice 1, Cycle Suns, Loot Jace, Flip Jace.
Is that good?
All it would give me was Opt. Like, Chalice lets me get to Ilharg easier, and that's about it.
Yeah. I suppose that line, like, you're probably supposed to be... Cycling the Sweltering Suns is fine if you're transforming Jace, because you'll have it, like, Empty's turned off.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the line you described.
Yeah. And then... Yeah, okay.
Good one.
So yeah, then I want to keep Boar and Niv. Probably just pitch this island.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Alright, then we can't cast anything. No legal targets. Ship it. And, like, if they do an empty, I can just Jace back the Suns. So... So they've got Mizzix's Mastery, 2 unknowns. They can just Desire for 1, I suppose.
Is it 1 or 2?
Oh, 2.
Yeah, you cast the spell.
Okay, so this is just Desire for 2.
Love it.
Sorry, they're in here. Okay.
That could have been worse for them.
Yeah, like free dig it means that their next turn is likely, real.
Yeah.
They're out the Desire. We can't play Niv off of Mountain. That's the reason that Everflowing Chalice is a real hard card for us.
Yeah.
Or, like, not useful there. Okay. Alright. Sure, that's anything to reach out and annoy them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's high impact enough, but...
Something...
Yeah.
So I can go Ilharg, leave that up. I can go Treasure Cruise. I can go Flashback Opt. I think if I cruise, I can leave up Temple, draw 3, and then, like, hopefully still just have something up. The other thing is, like, just getting Ilharg down to push at them.
I like cruising.
Yeah. Do I want to get rid of that Sweltering Suns? No, I might keep that one.
Yeah, buy that.
Because I can afford to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright.
Very far off.
Alright. Alright.
You're very far off.
Yeah, little ways to go. Izzet Signet fixes the problem of Chalice.
It does.
And Venser... Okay, if we can untap with this, I feel better.
Yes, yeah. Having Venser Spell Pierce is a pretty reasonable position. Don't cast a ritual or spell that has any meaningful application. Cast something pierceable.
Oh!
That's pierceable.
That's pierceable.
That's nice.
Oh, God. That would also not be great to resolve.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Signet, leave up Venser.
Yeah.
And then...
Closer and closer to the Emerald.
Yep. It's getting there. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hell no.
Yeah, yeah. Miss me with that.
Okay, so now we can just play Niv.
I do like that. I mean, you don't have any interaction anyway.
Yeah. And it might actually, like, keep them from trying to go off on it. Like, clearly they're just going to tap out for 1,000 Year Storm again.
Yeah. Too bad we can't just, like, remove a depletion counter for no value.
Right? Get that land in the grave.
Yeah.
I can get a Planeswalker in the grave, and then, you know.
I mean, like, if the scary was on one counter, you would just have Emerald, right?
Yes. If it was tappable. Well, actually, again, so 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Maybe you're one shy.
I think I'm 1. So 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I draw a land, I can kill Jace to put a Planeswalker in the yard.
Okay. Well, no, it only puts it. Well, it's a card type. It's a creature. But you don't have a creature.
Right,
yeah.
It's not a Planeswalker, but yes, yeah, it puts a creature down there. So if I draw a land, we can do it. If I draw a Grim Monolith, I can do it without. I can do it as well because that's a land.
Yeah.
And then like also Niv might like let me draw into things like that.
This deck has been more fun to play than I had thought it might be.
It's got a lot more going on than it like. I guess like it isn't hyper dedicated to any one of its plans, which gives it a lot of different like lines.
Right. Like sneak attack is pretty boring, but this deck even did some cool things with that.
Yeah, the boar made that a lot more interesting because we could sneak attack the boar, put it back on top, find it again, but then keep sneak attacking something that isn't dying. So it was like a longer game sneak attack rather than just like sneak an Emrakul and you die.
Hmm.
Yes, sneak attack is extremely boring. All right. I really just want to play this Emrakul.
Same.
That would be a beautiful way to... All right, yep. So here's the storm.
No, don't do this.
Oh god, it was even...
Stop with your dark ritual.
Okay.
Stop with your fetch land.
No.
At least we know they don't have bubbling muck.
Can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got some bad news for you about, like, one of the contents of my deck.
Yeah, you're tough to brain freeze.
Yeah.
This also, it's just, like, makes the Emrakul even easier. You might be able to, like, do two things.
Or it hits it right at the end and I get hosed.
That would be a beat.
I'd be sad on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Don't do it.
No!
No! And the immediate concession to it, too.
We didn't even get to Emrakul.
Cool. Okay. We got to do a lot of cool stuff, though.
What, are you an open treasure chest person?
Give me that chest.
Oh, yeah. Why are your icons so large? Ooh, blood clock.
Blood clock. Yeah.
Put blood clock in the cube.
I think that might do a little more than bubbling muck.
Hey, let's not go down that.
True. But yeah, Megas the scroll. Yeah, I just. Oh, I have player rewards. So hold on, I gotta. Oh boy, check out that Death Baron.
Spooky. What even was that card? Soul Swallower?
Yeah, I skipped over it too because I shrugged.
Huh.
This is a card in Shadows block.
Just didn't even know. There's a Delirium theme in the Spooky Cube, but I don't think that card's very interesting.
No. Alright. Think we got time for one more of these?
Yeah,
Alright.
do that.
Let me